Good evening. We will start the Board of Commissioners meeting on May 18th, 2023, 7:01 p.m. Ms. Jones, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Johnson? Present. Commissioner Hall?
Present.
Commissioner Street?
Present.
Vice Mayor Butler?
Present.
Mayor Anderson?
Present. Item number 3, prayer and pledge. Vice Mayor Butler?
Lord, we are meeting today to cover matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 4, approval of the agenda.
Second.
Ms. Jones, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Hall?
Aye.
Commissioner Street?
Aye.
Mayor Anderson?
Aye. Item 4 passes 5-0. Number 5, citizens' comments.
There's one tonight, Mr. Elmer Mobley.
Good evening. My name is Elmer Mobley, 7303 Cox Run Court. And I just wanted to stand up real quick as a representative of the Park and Landscaping Board to let everyone know that you're invited to our next monthly meeting, which will be on Monday, June 5th. So we'd love to have as many citizens and your members of the board join us as possible, because there's lots of great things happening with the parks and landscaping. So, and one other thing before I leave, just on a side note, really appreciate, Lisa, you showing up as mayor, representing the city during the academic awards night last night.
Thank
The high
you.
school. It was very cool to see that, so appreciate
Thank
that.
you. And let me ask you a question. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
at Triangle School at 7 p.m.?
Oh, sorry, yes, it's at
That's
Triangle
okay. I
School at
just wanted to
7. Yeah,
clarify.
thank you for
Okay.
helping me with that.
Thank you. Item number 6, public announcements, awards, and recognitions.
Thank you, Mayor, Commission. Have two tonight. Want to talk about, we're wanting to honor those serving and have served in the military at the July 3rd event. We're asking for people to submit pictures, including their name, what branch of military they served, and how many years they served. Please submit this information to Community Relations Coordinator Richard Ross at rross@fairview-tn.org by June 2nd. At the event, we will give out a small gift to all veterans during the performance of our local artist, Colby Oakley, from the 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. range. Also, the Arts and Crafts Fair that was scheduled last Saturday is moved to this Saturday. We will have nearly 50 vendors, and the event is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Bowie Nature Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 7, staff comments and monthly reports. A, police report. Police report. Welcome, Chief Humphreys.
Hey, how are you? Good afternoon. We'll go through this really quickly, not much different from the previous months. As we address the personnel report here, we're down 2 from last month. We talked about that in a previous meeting, but starting to show on our stats there, we're understaffed a little bit. Overtime fell to 0. We've been able to manage that pretty well. And then through our training hours, again, another month of really aggressive training. We're able to do that when it gets to the warmer months. We're able to get to the range and stuff. This month was a lot of firing range, the basic in-service, basic police school, and we were able to send some people to training on missing and exploited children. So So we had a very good training month. The operation report, pretty consistent again. We get up into the warmer months, we hover around that 1,000 call mark. We're 1,017 for the month, as opposed to 1,005 the month before that. So we stay pretty consistently busy on those calls and self-initiated activity. Next slide. The rest of the month, down just a little bit to 66. Domestic stayed the same. DUIs, pretty consistent there. The drug charges up a little bit. Again, that fluctuates a lot. The warmer months, when my guys are out and proactive, that tends to spike just a little bit. And the thefts were the same at 3. Citations up a little bit, 113. Again, we're consistently trying to be a little proactive out there, keep our speeding down, keep our streets safe. But unfortunately, traffic accidents rose just a little bit this month, 23, 17 property damage only, 6 injury, and we're fortunate for a while now we reported no fatalities in the city of Fairview. Next one. The last thing we have, public relations, notice here, July 3rd celebration is coming up. We all know that. We do that each and every year. The main fundraiser for the Shop a Cop is our tent where we sell hamburgers, hot dogs and stuff. We urge people to come out and spend with us. 100% of those proceeds go to Shop with a Cop. Every bit of that money is turned back into the children for Christmas, and we're very proud of that event. We hope that the community supports that. And then lastly, again, as I reported, we're down 2 officers. We have on the city website, we posted on social media. We've tried just about every outlet to attract some applications, and we're not having much luck on that. We just hope that we get the word out and we can find that candidate that best fits us. We're hoping to move forward with that. Any questions? Thank you.
I would like to thank
sir.
you for something. I've noticed a lot of your officers coming in out of subdivisions.
Yes, sir.
Actually, out of 2 subdivisions that weren't completed yet. So they're doing their job, and
Well,
I
thank you, sir.
you.
They're very proactive out there. The subdivisions that are completed and occupied, but those that are new, we understand there will be construction site thefts, and we try to stay in those areas and see if we can suppress that as much as possible.
And we do thank you.
Thank you.
Fire report?
Evening, my name's Jake. I work for the Fairview Fire Department. I'm in charge of training and safety. The fire chief had a previous engagement, so I'll be doing the report this evening. For the month of April, for this reporting period, we had 123 calls, which is up from the 102 from the previous year's reporting period. I did some quick math. We are 74 calls ahead of where we were this year, this reporting period, as we were last year. So calls for this year are up month to month to month. April, we had 17 overlapping incidents. Again, that's where one crew's out on a call and then another call is dispatched, and then our second crew has to go out and respond to that other call. 6 incidents required a fire to be extinguished. There was one building fire that was just outside the city limits in the county. We had a passenger vehicle fire, a lawnmower vehicle fire, and then a couple grass fires in and around the jurisdiction. Response times were up from the previous months. Could be indicative of just longer travel times to the further ends of our district. Time operating on the scene was also up from the previous reporting period. Keith, if you'll flip the slide. Just a quick breakdown of what the calls were. Again, EMS calls lead the way at 76%, where we go and render aid to our citizens that call for emergency medical services, and we either arrive simultaneously or provide aid before the ambulance arrives. Again, those fire calls are also reflected there as well, and the rest of the breakdown for the month. Keith, thank you. There's the heat map. It kind of shows where calls are in the month, or were in the month of April. Again, the normal hotspots, the 96 I-40 corridor, what I call the center of town there around the fire station area, and then a couple other hotspots around town. There's a couple photos, one of that passenger vehicle fire. It was a nice antique model roadster, but it is no more. There was also an equipment fire out next to the rec center, not on the rec center property, but a private property. It's just another photo of that as well. Keith, thank you. New slide that you're going to see in our presentation is from the fire marshal's office. We're tiling it fire prevention activities. So you may have seen these bits of information in other parts of our presentation for the month. We're now consolidated onto a new slide called fire prevention activity. So the office of the fire marshal conducted in the month of April 23 occupant inspections looking for code compliance, fire safety issues, and things of that nature. Of that, 6 corrective action notices were taken. Basically, building owner, I noticed this, if you can fix this for us, that would be great. 4 plan reviews were completed for fire and life safety code compliance in conjunction with Planning and Codes Office. There's a short picture of an egg drop. It's a public interaction opportunity that we did where the students, they craft some sort of contraption to protect an egg, and then we use the ladder truck to drop the egg, and some eggs survive and some don't. Again, as we mentioned, every month, if citizens are in need of smoke alarms, to call us at the fire station, 615-799-3473, and the office of the fire marshal will help coordinate that effort. Keith, thanks. Just a quick breakdown of the training hours and some pictures from training this last month. We did a lot of engine work. In our business, engine is the one that carries the water, carries the hose, and pumps the water for suppressing fire. So we focused last month on hose operations, as you can see in the pictures here. Lots of training occurred in the month of April. And conversely, from the police department, when it gets hot, our training hours will start to decline. As we're wearing our turnout gear, we don't like to be out in the heat as much. So we will still continue to train, but not so much outside. Keith? My most proud slide for you tonight is the fire training tower. It has reached almost near completion. I know we've talked about it for months on end. It will open soon for business, and we're super excited to have it. We wouldn't have had it without coordination with several departments within the city, police, public works, obviously the people that work in this building as well. So it's been quite the team effort for all of us to get this off the ground and where it is today. It's right behind our property, and as you can see, the facility is going to allow us to continue our current training opportunities and further expand what we can do to provide service for the city residents and the visitors that visit us every day. And then with that, that should conclude my report. Is there any questions for me?
I know you're very pleased with this. That was going to be my question. What was the
Most definitely pleased with
the
this.
progress on that?
Yes,
So,
sir.
I'm very familiar with your past one.
Yes, sir.
Of my several years sitting out there at the Community Services Building. So I'm tickled to death to see that.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jake.
Anything else?
Item 7C, City Manager Report.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. We're going to open advertising for bids next week for the Veterans Park paving project. Also wanted to remind people about the Walmart remodel grand opening tomorrow at 10 a.m. I have been a personal witness to the impact on the services we've been able to provide to the community based on Walmart being here. So I'm definitely planning on attending. I will be out for the June 1st BOC meeting. I'm going to be out of town. Just wanted to go ahead and give you all an update on that. And also wanted to give you a budget schedule that I'm going to do my very best to complete. I'm going to get the budget out to the BOC for review on May 25th. I'd like to schedule a budget work session on Tuesday, June 6th at 6 here. If we need another one, we have time to schedule another one. If not, we'll have, regardless, we'll have the first read on June 15th and the second read on July 6th. That's all I have tonight, Mayor.
And that June 6th was at 6 p.m., correct?
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And on that second read, did I say July 6th or June 6th? Okay.
Second reading, July 6th?
Yes, yes,
And
ma'am.
then 6:15 for the first, and then the work session for June 6th at 6 p.m.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions?
I'd just like to make a comment. Tom and I remember the first days of Walmart, wanting to see, we check in the driver's license and see who all was coming to spend money at our Walmart. That was very, very fruitful that we got Walmart there at the time we did, because it meant a lot to our overall budget problems at the time. Anyway, I know what you were speaking of there. We sort of handled that together, I think.
Item number 8, consent agenda. And that will, A will be the minutes from the May 4th, 2023 Board of Commissioners work session.
Move for approval.
Second. Excuse me.
Ms. Jones?
Commissioner Johnson? Commissioner Hall?
Aye.
Commissioner Street? Aye. Vice Mayor Butler?
Aye.
Mayor Anderson?
Aye. 8A passes 5-0. 8B, minutes from May 4th, 2023 Board of Commissioners regular meeting.
Move for approval.
Second.
Ms. Jones?
Commissioner Johnson? Commissioner Street? Aye. Commissioner Hall? Vice Mayor Butler?
Aye.
Mayor Anderson?
Aye. Item 8B passes 5-0. Item 9, old business. 9A, second and final reading of ordinance 2023-06, an ordinance for an amendment to the City of Fairview, Tennessee budget for fiscal year 2022-2023 budget. City Manager Tom Daugherty.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't believe there's been any change since the first reading. If anybody has any questions, I'll do my best to answer.
Move for approval.
Second.
Anybody have any questions? Ms. Jones?
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Commissioner Hall?
Aye.
Commissioner Street? Aye. Vice Mayor Butler?
Aye.
Mayor Anderson?
Aye. 9A passes 5-0. Item number 10, new business. A, ordinance 2023-07, an ordinance to amend Title 14, Chapter 4, City Stormwater Ordinance for the City of Fairview, Tennessee. City Engineer Sarah Toddy.
So this is ordinance 2023-07. We are changing some of the language in the stormwater ordinance that we feel is a bit restrictive. We're changing point number 14.405, number 20, and that's the slope grading standards. Basically what we're doing, we're accomplishing the same intent as the original language, but we're adding more specific language. The proposed verbiage adds language for how to deal with 20% slopes or greater in industrial, commercial, multifamily, single-family, residential, while the old language left it open for interpretation, how this area would be utilized. The goal of the original language was to maintain these areas as undisturbed areas where trees were to be saved, and that intent remains with the new language. The new language simply gives the city engineer or his or her designee the ability to, on a case-by-case basis, grant special consideration for disturbance of the 20% slopes in areas such as site accesses, roadway networks, and similar design constraints like stream crossings. The new slope standards do not apply to isolated steep slopes with a contiguous area of less than 5,000 square feet. That's the standard that Williamson County uses, and so we're following pretty much what they do. This allows for areas that show up on LiDAR or topo maps as 20% slope, so that would be an anomaly in LiDAR, which is like a hay bale, a pile of dirt, or something that's not a real natural feature. And that's what this language is doing. That's the end of my staff report.
Move for approval. Yep.
Any questions? Ms. Jones?
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Hall?
Aye.
Commissioner Street? Aye. Mayor Anderson?
Aye. Item 10A passes 5-0. Item 10B, Resolution 32-23, a resolution of the City of Fairview, Tennessee Board of Commissioners assigning the playground entrance design to the Parks and Landscape Board. Park Director Keith Paisley will speak on this.
Mayor, Commissioners, I need some help with the design for the playground entrance, and that's why I'm asking you guys to assign it to the Park and Landscape Board. I'll be working with them so we could get a really good design for that.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any questions? Ms. Jones?
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Commissioner Hall?
Aye.
Commissioner Street? Aye. Vice Mayor Butler?
Aye.
Mayor Anderson?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 10B passes 5-0. Item number 11, communication from mayor and commissioners. Commissioner Fisher-Street.
I just want to say congratulations to the Fairview High School girls softball team and boys softball baseball team for winning first in the district this year. They presented our high school very well. They presented Fairview very well, and it's awesome. They broke some records, and I'm very proud of them. And thank you for everyone who takes the time to take care of our city, to help each other out, and to make this the best place. Thanks.
Commissioner Stewart-Johnson.
I too would like to reiterate the congratulations to the softball and baseball teams, and as soon as this meeting's over, I'm heading out to the ballpark. Thank you, Mayor.
Commissioner Hall.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. Just want to reiterate, GNRC meeting yesterday was very fruitful for possibly the farmer's market grant. I do have contact person with Michelle Lacewell, who is very instrumental with Mike Skipper as far as getting things done with GNRC, and she's putting me in touch with the person that'll help us proceed with the farmer's market grant, and hopefully we can get that done this time without any delay. So as soon as I have further notification on it, we will be notified. So that's key for the historical village. Thank you. Everyone, thanks for coming tonight. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Brandon Butler.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick shout out to our staff. To all of them are here and all of them that aren't here. We keep hearing understaffed. We have several position openings. We know it's hard to fill right now, and just know that we see you guys working hard for us behind the scenes and making sure this place is continuing to run. So thank you guys so very much for continuing to keep staying positive, staying active, and representing Fairview so well. So thank you guys. That's it, Mayor.
Very excited about the fire training tower. I hear a lot of people in the municipalities, the different cities who are jealous and are coming out and taking pictures, wanting to copy our fire staff's design, who put it together. So that's exciting. As City Manager Daugherty said, we have the Walmart re-grand opening. I will be there. The ribbon cutting is at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Anybody who can be there, that is, going to be a really great event. The pickets at the park, at the playground, look awesome. We would like to let everyone know to please go out and take a look at the pickets. If you have one and your name is misspelled or a word is missing or something like that, please email Keith Paisley, and we'll be putting together, and we'll have more information about how we're going to possibly open it up to new picket sales and to correct the ones that are out there that might be misspelled. It is Law Enforcement Appreciation Week, so I want to say thank you to all of our officers who keep us safe every week, every day. They work really hard, and I know, somewhat understaffed, and, that can be a challenge, but I feel like, I want to say thank you because y'all are doing a great job. Yes. I was, as Mr. Mobley said, at the awards ceremony last night at the high school. I got to open the award ceremony. It was a great honor to me to be able to do that. There were more awards than I've ever seen. There was like 135 awards given with millions of dollars in all of scholarships that are being given out. The largest, my son graduated in the first graduating class of mechatronics. And that is a great program that only our school here in Williamson County offers. And I encourage anyone who wants to do that to graduate with their associate's degree before they even graduate high school. My son was in the first graduating class, and he was able to start almost as a junior in college, which saves a lot of money. So that is a great program. I want to thank Bill Lee because without him supporting this and giving the money, which is about $250,000 to this program, we wouldn't have it. So, and also Sam Whitson, because he's a big backer and makes sure that that money is every year coming in. So that, with all the awards winners, it was just incredible last night. Let's see.
Get my son an award.
What?
So you got to give my son the award?
Yes, and that's right. Stuart's son got one of the Mechatronics Awards, and that was awesome, and congratulations to him. I can't say enough about our staff. I know, like Vice Mayor Butler said, we're short-staffed right now, but I have a lot of confidence that we will, build our staff and bring on some good people. I do want to say thank you to Maria and Sarah and Rachel, who listen to me all the time when citizens call me and I reach out to them, and they're always willing to just help me with anything, questions and answers that I ask. Mr. Daugherty, he continues to work, way overtime to get budget and just, keep the whole staff going. And I just have to say to our city attorney, Mr. Carter, I have never worked with, I'm not joking, I've never worked with an attorney who has made me feel like I am just welcome to contact him, to ask him any question. He never makes me feel like I'm wasting his time or I'm a burden. He's always happy to answer any of our questions. We have a really good staff, and I just want everybody to know that and really appreciate it. On the last thing I'd like to say, and thank you for everyone who's come out tonight. We always love to have you here so that, we know that you're going out into the community and letting everyone know, and everyone watching, on TV as well, letting everyone know what's going on. So the last item that I'd like to mention is this is also Mental Health Awareness Month. There's a lot of people who suffer with mental illness, and a lot of the homeless people, they just do the best they can because a lot of them suffer from mental illness. And I lost a sister due to suicide from mental illness, and that I've had several family members deal with that. So I just want people to know, just realize that that is something that goes on in communities, and we really need to be aware and be kind to those people. So anyway, thank you, everyone, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.